Right, no intro, no messing about. Let's get straight to it. You want to know the real reason your trading account looks like a car crash? It's not your strategy, it's not the charts.
Okay.
It's the absolute liability sitting between your ears. Today, we're ripping into the most common trading psychology mistakes. The stuff the pros study for their CMT exams.
Bold of you to assume anyone listening has a strategy, Chris. And you, talking about psychology? I've seen you staring at a red P&L screen.
Yeah?
You look like you've just seen a ghost who's told you your mortgage is due.
That's my tactical thinking face, you muppet. But you're on the money. This stuff gets everyone. And the first most lethal mistake is overconfidence bias. You bag a couple of wins, you're up for the week, and suddenly you think you're the Wolf of Wall Street. It's the golden touch syndrome, innit? You start thinking you can't lose. You ditch your rules. Your 2% risk rule. Nah, let's slap 10% on this one. It's a dead cert. You start seeing your stop loss not as a safety net, but as an annoying suggestion you can just ignore because you know the market's going to turn. And the market loves nothing more than to humble a big ego. It's a bit like being a designated driver, watching your mate have one too many Jacob bombs and just knowing it's going to end in tears. That mate is the overconfident trader. And there's no better story of this than the original rogue trader, Nick Leeson, the guy who personally took down Barings Bank. Started off as a star, making millions. He got so high in his own success, he thought he was untouchable. He started making massive, unauthorized bets on the market. And when they inevitably went wrong, did he own up? Did he take the loss? Nah. He got bit by the next deadly sin, loss aversion. Ah, the big one. See, the psychologists say the pain of losing 100 quid feels twice as bad as the pleasure of winning 100 quid. It messes with your head. You'll do literally anything to avoid the pain of admitting you were wrong and booking that loss. Leeson was the ultimate example. He couldn't face the loss, so he hid it in a secret account, the infamous 88888 account, and then made even bigger bets to try and win it back. He was revenge trading against the entire market.
But we've all felt that though, haven't we? You take a loss and your first instinct is to make it back on the next trade. You get angry, you get reckless. Leeson just did it with a bank's billion-dollar checkbook. For the average person, it's holding on to a dead stock. Like that mate who's still holding his crypto from the 2021 peak, praying it'll come back.
That's the sunk cost fallacy right there. It's the same reason you'll sit for a terrible film at the cinema. You paid for the ticket, so you feel you have to stay, even though you're just wasting more of your time. With trading, you're holding a losing position, wasting your capital that could be used on a winning trade, all because you can't stomach the L.
And while you're holding this dead bag, you start doing something else stupid. You start looking for anyone, anything that tells you you're right. This is confirmation bias.
Oh, it's toxic. Say you're long on a stock. You spend hours on Twitter, scrolling past every negative comment, every bearish analysis, until you find that one random account with 12 followers that posts a rocket emoji and says, "To the moon." And you go, "See? I knew it. He gets it."
You're literally building an echo chamber around your bad decision. You ignore the company's terrible earnings report. You ignore the CEO getting arrested. You ignore the chart falling off a cliff, but you pin your hopes on Dave from Sheffield and his rocket emojis.
It's insulating yourself from reality. And just when you're at your most vulnerable, sitting in your bubble, holding your losing trade, you get a text from your mate. You in on the GameStop thing. And in comes the final horseman of the apocalypse.
FOMO. Oh, the fear of missing out. A truly lethal weapon. GameStop was the perfect storm of FOMO. You had millions of people who'd never even looked at a chart throwing their life savings at a failing video game retailer because they were terrified of missing out on the easy money. It's pure emotion. There's zero logic. You're not trading a plan, you're trading the fear of being the only one not getting rich. And this is where the last bias kicks in hard. Anchoring. Explain that one, Governor. Anchoring is when your brain gets stuck on a number. With GameStop, everyone saw it hit nearly $500 a share. So when it dropped to $200, people who missed the run-up thought, "What a bargain. It's 60% off." Right, they're anchored to that insane peak price, thinking that's the real value, not realizing the whole thing was a hype-fueled fantasy. It's like seeing a Rolex on a market store for £200. You think you're getting a deal, but really, you're just buying a £20 fake. The anchor price blinded you.
Exactly. So you've got this cocktail of disaster, a bit of overconfidence, a deep fear of losing, a bubble of confirmation, and a mad dash of FOMO, all anchored to a meaningless price. Is it not a wonder people blow up their accounts?
All right, that's a bit bleak. We've dragged everyone through the mud. So how do we actually stop being idiots? What's the practical advice?
Rule number 1, and it's non-negotiable. Have a written trading plan. Know your entry price, your profit target, and most critically, your stop loss, your I am wrong price, and you must honor it. No hesitation, treat it like a loaded gun. Secondly, keep a trading journal. And I don't just mean your P&L. Write down why you took the trade. What was your emotional state? Were you feeling cocky? Were you chasing a loss? When you read it back, you'll see your own patterns of stupidity in glorious high definition. It's painful, but it's essential. Third, and this is a big one for the ego, is actively seek out the opposing view. If you're bullish, go and read the 3 most intelligent bearish arguments you can find. Don't try and argue with them, just understand them. It breaks the confirmation bias bubble.
And lastly, get yourself a trading community. No, not a Reddit forum full of rocket emojis, a proper group of traders you can trust. Our chat group, for instance. The link's down below. Get in there. When you're about to do something dumb like FOMOing into a pump and dump, you need a mate who can step in and say, "Oi, Chris, put the phone down, you absolute melon."
It's the best system check there is, accountability. All right, that's your lot. We've dissected the psychology. Now you've got to do the hard work. Be honest with yourself. Now here's a question we'd like you to think about. The next time you're in a losing trade, stop and ask yourself, are you holding it because your analysis says it's still a good position, or are you just holding it because you can't bear the thought of being wrong? Deep. Right. Get in the chat group, have a laugh with us, and tell us which bias is your personal demon. Don't be shy. We've all got them. Catch you on the flip side.